Hey guys, welcome back. So this is another shit or legit video, this time doing a do-it-yourself rainbow highlighter. I know that we've all seen the Prism highlighter that is by Bitter Lace Beauty and how it's just impossible to get as of late. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try it myself and see if I could make something of the same, like in the same family, see if it could work out for me. So that's what we're doing here. So stay tuned to see if it worked or not. Okay, so we're gonna need some mixing bowls. You really only need two, one for the highlighter, one for the shadows, but here's three just in case things get a little messy. And you'll need some rubbing alcohol. I like 91% because it dries the fastest. And then you need a good highlighter. I used the Mary Luminizer by The Balm because its finish is very, very beautiful and it can be mixed with any eyeshadow shade. Then you'll need an empty pot of some sort. I just used this empty MAC cream color base pot. It is quite small, but I didn't want the pan to be too big anyway. And then you'll need a scalpel for mixing and placing. I just used this Revlon one. And you'll need plenty of paper towels and baby wipes because this will get messy. And you'll need some cheap eyeshadows in rainbow colors. This is a BH palette that I never even touched that has all the colors I need, so there will be no love lost in breaking these babies up. So first we're going to break apart our highlighter. Now I can't lie, this did break my heart a little bit because I love this highlighter, but I only took half, so you don't even need as much as I took out, so I can still use the highlighter since they do give you so much in the pan. So you just want to break it apart and dump it into a bowl and then go ahead and break it up in the bowl some more. You want to make sure that the powder is very, very fine so it will blend in with the shadow easily and the shadow that we're going to use later. So yeah, just break it up. Don't use as much as I use. You can only really use a quarter of it to get the effect that you need. I did use too much, but that's okay. It's okay. I still have a lot left. Here I'm just taking a flat end of my primer. This is an Yves Saint Laurent primer. You just need any type of flat surface, and I'm using that to break up the powder even more. Now for the shadows, I'm taking a color closest to red from the palette, but it's actually more of a shimmery berry color, because plain red may be too clownish, and I'm breaking that up, and just like the highlighter, I'm dumping it into a smaller bowl. I'm doing the same thing that I did with the highlighter, and then I'm just going to add equal amounts of the highlighter into the shadow mixture. Just an FYI, I did swatch the colors on my hand before adding any alcohol just to make sure the color wasn't too light or dark and that it was the shade that I wanted. But you can really do any colors that you want for this. I was just trying to stay close to the rainbow theme. So after mixing that and making sure the grounds are very fine, we're now going to add our alcohol. Now this can be tricky because for this shade, I added way too much alcohol at one time. You're going to see here. It was way too runny and we want a paste consistency, not a liquid consistency. So I had to add more highlighter in to make it less runny. So I advise you to add tiny amounts of alcohol at a time instead of just pouring a capful in like I did. But once you add more powder, it'll be fine, like you see here. So now that the consistency is what I want, I'm taking my scalpel and picking up the product to gently place it into the empty pot, just how it would look in the Prism highlighter, the original one. I'm just going to be pushing it against one edge in the shape of a vertical line or horizontal depending on which way you're looking at it. And I'm just making sure it's pretty smooth, not too bumpy or messy or taking up too much space in the pan, because you do want room for all the other colors as well. So you just have to eye it and guesstimate. So once I was happy with the way the red came out, I just repeated the steps for the rest of the colors that you're going to see in a minute. Now that all the colors are nicely placed, we need to set it. So I'm taking the flat end of this primer that I have, and you just need any type of flat end that will fit into this pan, and I'm just going to wrap some paper towel around that, and we're going to press the powder gently but firmly to make it all even, as well as to remove any excess alcohol that could be sitting in there. This is going to give it that real pressed powder look and not like some third grader's afternoon project. So I just did that till I was happy, and voila. I think it came out bomb in the pan. Like, the pan looks dope. Like, I'm going to show you a close-up here. The pan looks really cool, but let's see how it came out on me face. Okay, so it's been over 24 hours, and I think she's ready. It came out beautiful. I can't lie about that. The colors are exactly what I wanted, but I don't know how it's going to transfer onto the face. So we're going to test it out. I'm going to test it out two ways. The first way being the way everybody wants to see, which is just like straight down, complete total rainbow. And then the second way, it's me swirling the brush into the product to see how it looks as just like a plain prism colored highlight. So first we're going to do the rainbow way, which is what I'm like most afraid of. So I'm just going to take, I don't really have one of those like flat contour brushes that everybody is using to test this out. The flattest brush that I have is this MAC. This is the Oval 6 brush, and I just got it. So hopefully it works for this concept, and we're just gonna go right into it and do one clean swipe. Or two. Yeah, let's go for two. So it looks kind of like a rainbow. Let's see. I'm scared. Ooh. Okay. I don't know, you probably can't see that, but that's a rainbow. I mean, I'm just going back into it a little bit more just to get a little bit more pigment. Hopefully I don't F myself up here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all, dude. It looks so dope. Alright, yeah, I'm feeling it. I was a little scared that the blue and the purple would be too dark because I didn't want to look like I had a big ass bruise on the side of my face. I really just wanted it to look like a seamless, soft looking rainbow, and that is exactly what I'm getting here. I'm not mad at it at all. I would actually rock that on a daily basis. I don't give a fuck if people think that's crazy, but I would do it. That's legit, okay? I mean, I hope you guys agree, but I'm very, very pleased. Very pleased. I would wear that all the time. Okay, so next, I'm just gonna do the same thing, only I'm going to swirl the brush in the product, not straight across. You know, I want to see how it looks just as a regular prism colored highlighter. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 highlighting brush for that, and I'm just gonna swirl it around and see what happens. So it's just, there's not that much fallout with this. Maybe because I used a good highlighter to mix everything with it. So there's not much fallout, and the product is really grabbing onto the brush here. So let's see. Okay. It's more of like a silver highlight. Don't you agree? Like, not really, well, I guess it could be considered a prism color, but that's more silver on my skin tone, I would think. You know, that's how it looks on camera there, but in the mirror you could see a little bit of the tinted color. On camera it looks more silver, but I'm not mad at that at all either. I would actually rock both sides. I'm just actually really, really pleasantly surprised with how this turned out. I thought it would be shit. I thought that the fallout would be ridiculous and that it would just come out way too dark. I really underestimated my potential here. So I think that what really made this successful for me was that I used a good highlighter. I used the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. That's a very high quality highlighter because I didn't have any like actual mixing element that is used to make a highlighter. I just used a highlighter in itself. And I think that's what really made it work, because you still get that beautiful highlighter from that original formula, just mixing colors into it and creating a beautiful pattern. it really worked out for me. And I'm so happy with this. This is a legit project. If you guys want to try it out, just be wary of the alcohol, like the amount of alcohol that you pour in each time, like I said earlier. Because I poured way too much into the red at first, I had to keep adding more and more powder until it became that pasty consistency that we want. So just be very careful, add the alcohol very, very slowly, and then this will work for you. Yeah, I'm so happy. I keep looking at it because it looks so good. Which side do I want to wear out today? So that about does it for this shit or legit video. I really was happy with the way this came out. I hope you guys are too and decide to try it out for yourself, because I can't get my hands on that original Prism highlighter. I'm not even going to try to for a while because it's just going to be impossible. So I'm really, really glad that I decided to make this on my own for myself, and it came out exactly how I wanted it to come out, you know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.